verse 1, the Bible said, the heavens declare the glory of God. The heavens declare the glory of God. The firmaments show forth his handiworks. In 1 Corinthians 15 verse 40 to 41, the Bible tells us different stars carry different glory. And it said the glory of one star differs from the glory of another star. That means glory is in nature. Psalm 15 verse 40 and 41. It said, let all things. Psalm 15, who is there? We don't have time. My God. Oh, he mean that's who you are. That's who you are. Oh, he mean that's who you are. That's who you are. It said there are also celestial bodies and terrestrial bodies. It said, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Remember when Jesus was speaking in Matthew 6 concerning the lilies? He said they neither walk nor labor to put to barn. He said, but Solomon in all his beauty is not compared to them. So the terrestrial also carries glory. In verse 41, he said there is glory of the sun, and another glory of the moon, and another glory of the stars. He said one star differed from another star in glory. So creation has glory. Now you look at the sun and see undiminishing glory. The question you ask yourself is, if the flower that is present today, tomorrow is no more, carries glory, how come my own life will not show glory? If God was meticulous to put glory in butterfly, if God was meticulous to put glory in flowers in the field that Jesus didn't die for, is it my own life that will be without glory? See, these things stir you up so that you know that whatever it is you are going through is not God's plan for you. Because the life of the flower seems to be more beautiful than your own life, whereas you are more important to God than flower. That means what is happening to you cannot be God's plan. This is what stirs some of us to contend for more. And these terrestrial bodies, the Bible said they carry the very glory of God. Romans 1 verse 20, it said the invincible attributes of God, even his eternal power and Godhead, is manifested in creation. That's a level of glory. This glory is the beauty of God. I'm showing you this so that you insist that all of them will manifest in your life. You can't see me and despise me. That's what we are talking about. When we talk beauty, we are not just saying you look good. No. We are saying beyond looking good, you are adorable. This is why some of us can be rejected. Beauty insists that I must be accepted. I can't come to a place, if you like, reject 100 people. When I show up, either the steps I walk in with, or my smile, or the radiance of God from my spirit, it will make you to say, wait, please come, please. That's what I'm saying. See, somebody will be received like a king. Talking beauty here. See, there is something about beauty. He humbles even a tyrant. Even a tyrant, in the face of beauty, learns diplomacy. Have you not seen some men who don't know how to smile? They look at somebody that is beautiful to them. Hello, dear. Where do you two have that kind of voice? Beauty can bring anything out of anything. See, I prophesy over someone. This level of glory you will manifest it. Why do you think even wicked men plant flowers in their houses? Even ritualists, They know how to tend to flowers. They wake up in the morning. These are killers. Oh. They are watering flower. If flower is not watered, they are angry. Because beauty has a way of arresting even the most wicked person. Now, this is the lowest level of glory. How can you now tell me my boss is troubling me? There's something about you that has not manifested. And as you walk out of this service, I say as you walk out of this service, that thing that magnets, that thing that draws, that thing that humble even a tyrant, it rests upon you. No matter how busy a man is, he makes time for beauty. No matter how wicked a man is, he tends and cares for something that is beautiful. This is why one of the ways God protects creation is by decking beauty into creation. That's why we have not destroyed this world. It's a value that provokes adoration. It's not just about external looks. It's about something you carry that makes people think twice when they approach you. And they are careful when they deal with you. Because they know if you are gone, they have lost something they can't recover. It's something that puts inestimable value on your life. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a dimension that comes upon your life that anywhere you are, they consider you an asset. They know that if you are gone, they have lost. And so if they need to beg, if they need to break protocols to keep you there, if they need to promote you to keep you there, they will do it. And as I prophesy here now, that's something coming upon someone. Glory. Sit down. Number 2, level of glory. Is the glory of man. Every man carries a measure of glory. And that glory comes from God's nature that he put into man. Especially those who are born of God. The glory of man. The Bible speaking, 1 Corinthians 11. Let's read it. Verse 1, verse 5 to 8. It said, be ye followers of me, as I am the follower of Christ. Go to verse 5. It said, but every woman that prayed or prophesied with her head uncovered, dishonored her head. It said, for that is even all one, as if she were. Proceed. It said, for if the woman be not covered, let her also be shorn. But if it be a shame for a woman to be shorn or shaven, let her be covered. Next verse. For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is what? The image and the glory of God. But the woman is the glory of the man. So Paul is making a statement here. The image of God that is in man puts glory on him. And that glory is extended also to the woman. So he said the woman is the glory of the man is the glory of God. So the second level of glory is God's nature that is permitted for man, the created man, to carry. This is why in Genesis 1:26 it said, let us make man in our own image. Because 1 Corinthians 11:8 says, the image of God is his glory. So when God created man in his image, he put a measure of glory on that man. This is why when you meet men, you find certain levels of aptitude that is not in animals. From our intelligence to our value systems like kindness, like respect, like mercy. Some of the things that our conscience is able to educate us to do, animals don't know it. Like decency, animals don't have it. You look at goats for a moment. you will know that these creatures are just at a low level of existence. A mother goat gives birth to a child, and the moment that child grows, the mother is the one he's desiring. That's goat life. No glory there, no decency. But even fallen man knows that there should be a level of moral values. That's glory at work. Even fallen man has some level of intelligence. See the inventions that men have made. You know that there's no baboon that can operate like that. Even the most intelligent baboons, they wash plate. That's high level intelligence in the baboon world. When you see baboons wash plate, or they wear a shirt, people snap it. This is wonder. Because of the level where they exist. You find a child of 5 years drawing a horse that is 3 times taller, and the horse is following. Because there is something on the man that the animals don't have. It's the second level of glory, the image of God that is encoded into man. But you see, that's still a lower level of glory, because even the fallen man has a measure of it. Then you go higher. The third level of glory is covenant glory. Exodus 13:21. Exodus 40:34-35. And the Lord went before them by day as a pillar of cloud, and he led them in the way, and by night as a pillar of fire, to give them light by day, by night, and to give them light by day and night. So God went before them. Now, this is not primarily about the Shekinah. This is about God's faithfulness. There's a glory that a man's life commands because God gives him a tangible token of his faithfulness. When they came out of Egypt, that glory manifested in the likeness of the Shekinah. But it doesn't stop with the Shekinah. When you find a man who has a measure of God's faithfulness, and that measure is covenanted to that man, that what happens to others cannot happen to him, know that there's a glory on his life. This is what God demonstrated here. When they left Egypt, the Bible said their shoe grew with them. Their clothes did not get torn. He said he rebuked kings for their sake. Touch not my anointed, do my prophets no harm. Stones gave them water. Manna came for them. In the wilderness, he said there was none feeble among their tribe. Even when they crossed the Red Sea, the Egyptian thought it was a tornado. When they attempted, they were drowned. So this level of glory is called covenant glory. There is a kind of covenant relationship you have with God, that God invests himself into you. He can give you his credibility. He can give you his faithfulness and tell you, anytime you see this sign, know that I'm with you. We call this glory also the glory of Israel. This is what Israel has. Till date, you can't attack them. You can't subdue them. There is something about them that makes them a unique species of people. This is why you see Romans 9 verse 4. It says, who are the Israelites? Unto whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenant and the giving of the law and the service of God and the promises. So the Israelites have a glory, and that glory is called covenant glory. Most of us here, we are alive today because of those kinds of glory. Maybe your mother went into covenant with God and said to God, all my days I will worship you, but this my child, maybe she has 3, maybe she has 5, but she said, this my child, use him. And every sacrifice she has before God is reciprocated as something on your life that sets you apart. Others can go astray, you cannot. Others can be destroyed, you cannot. You will count how many times you came out of debt, not because you were exercising faith. In fact, you were even walking in sin, but there was a cloud following you that refused that you will be a victim. there was a cloud following you that refused that you should die. I told you my story. I was in a club dancing when I heard the wages of sin is death. That thing drew me out. I wasn't willing to come out. But see, covenant. How do you think Samuel became a prophet? The guy was not praying. The guy was not seeking God. But before he was born, there was a woman called Hannah that prayed every year when they went to Shiloh. And she said, if you give me this child, I will give him back to you. So Samuel was a child. In fact, the Bible said in 1 Samuel 3, it said in those days, the voice of God was cast. There were no open vision. So this was not a time when God was visiting men, but God remembered the covenant. A woman had dedicated him. When he came of age, he was sleeping in the place of slumber. God said, Samuel. The guy woke up. He thought it was Eli. You find out how many other people in the Bible did God call 3 times? 3 times. God is waiting for a man. Samuel. He went to Eli. I didn't call you. Came back. The guy didn't even have sense to say, wait, let me pray. I don't know what's happening. He went and slept again. In slumber, Samuel. He stood up, went to Eli. I'm not the one. He went and slept again. If you don't have covenant on your life, don't sleep. That's why some of you, 15 years ago, something passed like flash. You took it for granted till today. You have not received a call. Because there was no investment or covenant. Did you read about Jacob? Jacob was sleeping. Heaven open. Who has open heaven sleeping? Open heaven is not for people who slumber. But there was a covenant. That place where he kept his head. Somebody, a patriarch of his lineage called Abraham, passed some years ago. And he erected a stone there. And he called it El Bethel, the house of God. So when the guy was walking past, that thing manipulated his step. He wanted to go left. No, you can't go there. He wanted to go right. No, you can't go there. You must go like this. And as he went. Even when he slept off, the heavens opened. Angels were ascending and descending. The angel of the Lord appeared to him. I want to bless you for where? Put your carnality aside. They fought from night till morning. That's a man fighting with God. And God will leave him. Meanwhile, another person is there. God said, come. He said, Lord, I'm coming. He doesn't hear that call again. This one kept resisting God all night. But God won't go back. He has been bound by covenant. So there is a measure of him that has been invested. See, I don't know the lineage you came from. I don't know where you came from. But I use the covenant of this altar. And I pray for you today. Let a measure of upon your life. I say, let a measure of glory come upon your life. May God insist on you. I say, may God insist on you. In the name of Jesus. From the days of Noah, the Bible said, my spirit shall no longer strive with men. Because his heart is evil. And his imagination is evil all the days of his life. So when you find God insisting on men, covenant kept him there. So there is a level of faithfulness God gives to a man. It's called glory. It's an economy. Jacob had it. Samuel had it. No wonder they were mighty. You will be mighty in your generation. We bless you, Lord. You are holy. You are holy. You, Lord. You are holy. You are holy. We bless you, Lord. We bless you, Lord. You are holy. You are holy. Hallelujah. Sit down for a moment. Some of us would have failed if not for faithfulness, if not for covenant. That's why if a woman is not spiritual, a generation is at risk. Because when I read my Bible, most of those covenants, women entered them. Most of them. Most. I know there were men who entered such covenants like Abraham. But most of those covenants, you check Samson out. You check Samuel out. You check Moses out. Check them, check them. Women. No wonder I said women receive their dead back to life. This one can't waste. Lord, use him. All my life, I will sweep the church. Only women have that kind of heart. Lord, use this man. All my life, I will serve you. And you'll find them living for God. Not because they want to take nations. They just want the hair of their children to grow in the spirit. Let the 7 locks appear, so that this one too will be mighty. I don't mind sacrificing my life. Men don't have that level of fortitude. We are too self-centered for that. But women, you will find a woman praying every day. She is not trusting God to take a nation. She wants all her sons to be relevant. It's called covenant glory. You want to find out why Israel can't be destroyed? This is why. There's a glory that was invested into that tribe. You can't kill them. These people were scattered from their land for 2,000 years. There's no tribe that will still exist. They came back. They remembered their language. Do you know how many generations are in 2,000 years? Scattered. Imagine if Nigeria scattered today and all of us dispersed from this country. And then after 2,000 years, how did they even still find the geography? How did they know this was the place? And they came back. The Palestinians had taken over. They broke in with force. This is our land. When they went to the UN, how do you know it's your land? They open Exodus. What are you saying? Even they know. I heard the Prime Minister addressing United Nations when he wanted to round up his speech. Oh God. The man said, we are the eternal people. You don't talk like that. He said, we are the eternal people. He said, they will finish, we will remain. He knows something. There is a spirit backing them. We are the eternal people. That's why he said, who are the Israelites? He didn't mention a people unto whom pertaineth the covenant, the giving of the law, the glory. They know who they are. They are defined by spirits. Then you can't live your life carelessly. There are glories that covenants provoke. This is why you too, as a Christian, your life with God can't be careless. You must have certain covenants at certain junctions of your life, so that certain investments and commitments of God can be released there. Those things are memorials. Number 4, let's move forward. It's the body. It's the glory of Christ. We call this the incarnational glory. Because there's a measure of glory that Jesus walked in on earth. It's not the full glory he has as God. Earth can't contain him. The earth will dematerialize. So Jesus stepped down to a level of glory that he could carry and walk among men. We call it the incarnational. That's why John 1:14 said, and the word was made flesh, and we beheld his glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. So incarnational glory is glory defined by grace and truth. This is why anywhere grace is at work, anywhere truth is at work, there is a witness of God that descends. It's called incarnational glory. Demons know that glory. But you see, there are higher realms of glory. When John saw Jesus in the Isle of Patmos, he didn't recognize him, because he had entered another dimension of glory. Jesus had to introduce himself. I am Alpha Omega. I'm the one who was, who is, and who is to come. I was dead, but now I'm alive, and I live forevermore. He had to. Meanwhile, John was the closest to him. Bible tells us that John put his head on his chest. How come he was introducing himself? Glory had gone to another level. But you see, when Jesus was walking on earth, there was a glory he carried. is a glory that is characterized by grace and truth. We beheld his glory. The glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. That's the first level of glory a believer enters.